As we approach the start of the race, let's see the starting grid. So, in first we got Keytop, second Chloride, third Bar, fourth Sparkle, fifth Bump, sixth PewDiePie, seventh NFS Liam, and then that runs up your top 7. Sadly, I wasn't able to get all the drivers. But here we go. The start of the race. Keytop's on pole position as we are underway for the first race of Season 2. As you can see the McDonald's car in the background. Keytops keeps it clean. Oh, it looks like someone got punted a little bit. But no one is out. Oh, someone did have a spin back there. I think that was a yellow car. I'm not too sure if it was. Let's see if it did spin, because I remember seeing someone getting like kind of half spinning, not fully spinning, but I think, oh, he did grab the grass there. And it looked like PewDiePie just got punted. Oh, yeah, just a little bit of a half spin. Then let's see what happened to PewDiePie. Oh, it looks like NFS Liam just kind of misses his braking point. And then that's... I think he kind of gets a boost there, actually. He gets a boost up to third. Wow, what a... That was actually a perfect timing boost. Luckily, he didn't spin from that. As now we go up our Rouge here. As there goes the pack. Keytops and PewDiePie are now side by side. As they go into the right-hander. I'm not too sure what the name is. Oh, Bar probably misses the brake point, as well as Bump misses braking point. And there goes PewDiePie around. As PewDiePie gets spun around, I'm not too sure if Bar was included in that. It looked like PewDiePie did make contact with him. Let's see here. Oh, so it looks like, let's just watch that again, as Bar, I think he did miss his braking point there. Oh no, he did not. PewDiePie actually kind of punted him out of the track, and then PewDiePie, he just touches the corner panel, tries to make that move, but I think he like grabs the curb. As now battle for second goes on, as a lot of people with penalties now. As now, oh, Bump goes off the screen and off the track as well. It looks like, yeah, he might got oversteer there. Let's check out what happened there. Oh, so here's on board with Bump. As you can see, Bar on the left. Oh, he just gets oversteer. I think Bar just kind of helped him there. But I don't think Bar like was the main cause. I think it was just Bump just got oversteer and then kind of went into Bar. It's now Chlorine trying to get on the back bumper of Irish here. As well, it's pretty close through there. It's Chloride making sure he hits that apex well. As now, yeah, it's looking like, oh, Irish makes a mistake onto the sand a little bit, but not fully on the sand. Now Chloride, he might get a run on this back straightaway. As they're side by side through the corner, who's gonna make it out? Oh, it looks like Irish just backs out, because that would have not ended well. We're gonna be seeing that a lot today with that straightaway, making people go side by side through that corner. As here is your standings or intervals. So you got Chloride in first, Irish in second, Keytops in third, Bar in fourth, Sparkle in fifth, Bump in sixth, PewDiePie in seventh, Java in eighth. He actually just passed Sentinel. They are battling at the moment, as Sentinel gives Java kind of the corner there. So Sentinel in 9th, and then NFS Liam in 10th, as a little bit. I think we went a little bit off track there. So now they go up on the hill here onto the Camel Straight, as Ketops with a pretty sizable lead over Irish. But yeah, you can see here, they now enter the corner here. Oh, the bar was a little loose off there. Ketops, oh, they keep it clean through there. Ooh. Yeah, this corner can be very tricky because I think you're all the way down in first gear sometimes. Go through No Name. Oh, Ketops wide there. No, did that close the gap between Irish, and it not only closed the gap, it also gave Ketops a penalty, and he lost position from it. So it looked like Ketops just grabbed the apron, which we see a lot of. We saw a lot of it inter-qualifying and all of that, but now Ketops is now back in second place. Chloride still with a reasonable gap between his fellow racer, Irish. Now, Irish maintained that second place that he got last lap. As you can still see, Ketops and Barr still behind him. But Ketops really wants that second place back that he got last lap. I mean, for basically the whole race. For like 2 laps, or 3. Actually 2.5. As now Irish makes the same mistake Ketops does. And now Ketops is now in second with Irish in third and Barr in fourth. Barr is basically watching this unfold in front of him. He must be eating bags of popcorn by now, just watching this battle unfold right in front of his eyes. And because they're so close to each other, the straight that they're beginning on right now, this is definitely gonna invite some good racing into that chicane, as now Barr goes around the outside. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. As now Irish loses the position, the Barr. Pretty nice overtake around the outside by Barr. But now, are they gonna go side by side? Yes, they will. A little bit slower through there. You want to be quite cautious on the opening laps. But Barr still maintains that third place over Irish. And you can see Sparkle and Bump in the background there. So Irish really wants that position back, as he's lost 2 positions already in half a lap. So now another straight incoming and another car incoming for Barr, as now Irish might even catch up to him before on the Camel Straight, before that right-hander, which I sadly don't know the name of. As now Irish approaching Barr here. Barr looking in his mirrors, trying to see where Irish is. And it looks like, oh, Irish is gonna make the move, as he kind of pushes Barr off the track, and Barr gets a little loose on that apron there. As now Barr, I think he's gonna definitely try to take the position back. Yes, oh no, he won't. Kind of psyched that move right there. Kind of fooled Irish a little bit, but Irish kept the position away from Barr. Now Chloride has a slowdown, but he also has Ketops behind him. Now on the straight, we've seen a lot of action unfold here, as Chloride, he had to lift a lot more than Ketops did, and now they're going side by side through this corner here. As who's gonna back out? It looks like Chloride will let Ketops through, as Chloride does go a little bit off track, but there's still, oh, as Chloride kind of pushes Ketops, but nothing severe, as now Ketops maintains the lead and leads lap 7, as it looks like Ketops is pulling away. Chloride might have a lot more tire wear than Ketops, because Ketops has been really catching up to Chloride a lot in these past few laps. as we now focus on bump and run as he is approaching Sparkles for the first time. I think Sparkle has been slowing down for the last few 2 laps, and that gap has been decreasing a lot. So he must be trying to save fuel so he can stay on a one-stop strategy. His bumping run does have a 1.2 penalty, 1.2 second time penalty. As now Bump is going to try to do it around that outside here. Will it work? It looks like Sparkles will kind of let him by, but he still went around the outside, as now Sparkles trying to get that position back, but I think Sparkles is just trying to save fuel so he can last. As we are approaching the pit stops, we already saw, I think, 2 drivers from the back pit. As I can see Kitas pulling off, and the cameraman, very sad that he wasn't able to get a good shot at Ketops there, as now Ketops in the pits. This might promote Bar into the pits as well. Ooh, very close between Chloride and Bar. They almost touch trying to enter the pit lane. As now, I believe the top 4, yep, they have pitted. Will Bump pit as well? It looks like he will. I think a lot of people are very low on fuel. As NFS Liam passes by, Bump goes into the pits. As now, will Sparkle come into the pits? It looks like he will. His wishes have been answered. I think he is running low on fuel, so this is really good for him. As who will be the first one out? This is a 50-second pit stop, which is really sad, because when you're a racer and you're sitting there for 50 seconds, it really does suck. As now it looks like Ketops will pull out of the pits first, and everyone else is in the pits. You can see Chloride at 1% fuel, so when he pulled in, so he timed that absolutely perfectly, as Bar is in second, followed by Chloride. They are very close to each other here. As I don't think Chloride is close enough to Bar so they can attack each other. As now Irish goes in 4th, Sparkles in 5th, but it turns out that Bump and Run will be in 5th. Sad, just a little bit of timing monitor being dumb. So Chloride, I don't think he's going to go for the move here. I think he's just going to stay behind Bar, wait for the perfect time. And we'll see him another day, as now, yeah, Chloride, those fresh tires, those fresh cold tires, very cold indeed, very not as grippy as those hot slicky tires that some of those back people who pitted earlier have. As Bar, on the same lap that they pitted, Bar is now, that Chloride guy is really getting the back bumper of Bar here. As now Chloride looks to the outside, and Bar, last time he was on the outside, but now he's on the inside. Is who's gonna back out? It looks like Bar has the corner, but oh, they barely go off track there, as Irish does a little bit. So Chloride, does it look like he's gonna go try around the outside? Oh, just great defended by Bar. He was able to defend for a lap now. So because of Bar's defending, now Irish is starting to catch up a little bit. As now they might be able to make a move here. It should be possible. Chloride just needs a good enough exit up a Rouge to try to pass him, as you can see going around that corner. So fun. Chloride, holy crap, already side by side with Bar here as they go almost to the grass there. They're almost on the grass. So Chloride, oh my goodness, great defending by Bar. Looks like Chloride is waiting to pass him for the perfect time. It's now Chloride still on the back bumper of Bar there. So now it looks like Chloride trying to go around the outside. God, this is like Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso at Hungary. Just awesome defending. Chloride definitely very fast as well as Irish, but because of Bar's defending, yeah, Irish is starting to catch up even more here. as Bar still lives on to another. Still in second place trying to defend. It looks like they are closing in, and Bar might be a little slower than Chloride and Irish, but or it could be that Chloride and Irish just had the draft and they're just faster in a straight line because of that draft. Is now they go on the straightaway here. Oh, as it looks like Bar just has a bad exit there, but Chloride here to attack. As Irish just a bystander in this. Will he be a bystander? As they almost go 3 wide. A beautiful shot there for the photographers. God, they'll get a big paycheck. As now Chloride and Bar, they both go off the track there. As they are 3 wide for a sec there. But looks like Irish, oh my goodness, perfect move. Looks like a lot of people backed out as Chloride goes around. Let's see what happened there between Chloride. Chloride just very unlucky there. Let's see. As he goes 3 wide, he does ghost a little bit, which, and then because of that, Irish went past. Oh, just got on the curb. Just got those tires dirty from that curb, and just, oh, that must be a pain for Chloride, as he was definitely a front runner. But now, yeah, basically the top 3 kind of ruined for him, but we'll see. As we look on to second and third place here, as Chloride still in 4th, Bump and Run 5th, Sparkles in 6th. As who went out in the pits there? Oh, it looks like Chloride is in the pits now. What is going on here? So it looks like Bump and Run will pass Chloride, but was this a great decision? I don't know what is going on in the pit strategy group. Maybe he's trying to get faster tires? He most likely is, because there's really not another reason for him to pit all of a sudden with 5-6 laps to go. Is now looks like Sparkle passed him, but it might just be the timing monitor being a little dumb. As Chloride, he comes out of the pits almost behind Sparkle. There you go. Oh, and there's Sparkle. Is now Chloride, will he have faster tires than Bump? I think he will. Bump has 4-year-old, not 4-year-old, 4-lap-old tires. Chloride has new tires, so he'll have to get those babies up and running. And Bump and Run will have to flee the scene from Chloride. Now Chloride has catch up to Bump here. Now a little bit of Bump there, gets bumped and run by Chloride. Now I didn't expect Bump to be in this 4th place, top 4 position. It looks like Chloride tries to go on the outside there, just not enough speed. There's a little bit of a bump and run again, but not too severe. As now Chloride going for the inside there. Is Bump and Run trying to defend? Will he be able to? Ooh. As now Chloride does a pretty nice job of that crossover move. It looked like Bump tried to block it off, but wasn't able to. As now Bump and Run, he does a Max Verstappen and gets that position back. But we all know that Chloride is definitely faster on those newer tires than Bump. As now they go side by side through a rouge. Chlorine definitely backs off, because that is a rouge we're talking about. This ain't ordinary corner, it's a rouge. You never want to go side by side through it. As now Chloride on the back bumper. We've seen this before with Bar. As now will Chloride go for the move, or Chlorine? No, it looks like, oh, Chloride with the crossover move. But Chloride a little bit loose there, but keeps it on track. I think Bump might have made contact with him. So Bump trying to go, there we go. There they go around that little hairpin that doesn't feel like a hairpin, but it feels like a slow corner. Now Chloride still in 5th. Oh, that was very sketchy indeed with Bump and Run. Now let's see that back end. I really want to see that replay of what happened there. As you can see, Bump and Run trying to defend from Chloride. Oh, it looks like Bump and Run just just braked a little bit too hard, and that just let him pass. But Chloride, we've seen bump and run. He never gives up these positions, definitely in the later stages of this race. With only 2 laps to go, it's now Chlorine makes a mistake there. This bump and run tries to get past. He is past him, but they're still side by side to his corner. We've seen this before with Sparkle and Bump, but of course Bump and Run knows how to do the outside move, and Chlorine must be on fire right now because he's trying to get that 4th position, but Bump and Run won't budge. As Chlorine, now I think the gap is a little too far, but I think that draft will nevertheless be a helper for Chlorine. So now what will happen here? They're still single file like a safety car, as now looked like Bump and Run went a little bit wide there. It's Chloride trying to, ooh, Bump and Run. That braking, let's see that again. Is look at how Bump and Run, just look at the brakes on that thing. Ooh, grabbed the grass a little bit and just almost turned that thing. But able to save it. So yeah, you can see that Bump and Run is really struggling on those old tires. I think Bump's tires are around 75%, while Chloride's is probably around roughly probably 80, maybe 85 possibly. Is now with 1 lap to go to decide who will win this race. It's between Bump and Chloride. So Chloride, he's trying to get some of those good exits there. As Chloride, will Chloride be able to fight? It looks like Chloride gets a big run on Bump and Run. No, where Bump and Run has to do, he cannot make a mistake here because it is the final lap. He's trying to defend for that 4th position. That is 13 points for 4th and then 12 points for 5th. Oh, as Chloride gets a little loose there. Bump and Run must be searching for everything in his mirrors right now because, oh, as he makes a mistake, Chloride looks to side by side with him. As Chloride gets past, but not really. Ooh! As they make a little bit of contact, let's look back at that. It's now, okay, so Bump and Run, he makes a mistake, he outbrakes himself. Chloride tries to go to the outside there. As it looks like, ooh, a little bit of contact with Chloride. But luckily they both save it, as now we continue on with this. Chloride. Oh, Keytops does win the race. Phenomenal performance by Keytops. First race win for Season 2. As Irish coming around the final corners here. What a phenomenal win. I mean, not phenomenal win, phenomenal 2nd place. He did win last season finale. I mean, he won last season with that finale. As Bar, he's out of fuel. He is out of fuel. As now, let's see where Bump and Run is. They're on the straight. As that is 8th place Java right there. That is not. As now Chloride goes past there. As will Bump and Run be able to try to make a move here? And will he be able to? There's Bar. Oh, and the race ends. So your finishing results, let me get them up. Sadly, the race ended right there, but this perfect timing. So let's see who won that. So Keytops first, 2nd was Irish, 3rd was Bar, 4th was Chloride, 5th was Bump and Run, 6th was Sparkle, 7th was PewDiePie, 8th was Java, 9th was Sentinel, 10th was NFS Liam. So congrats to everyone who competed. Congrats to Keytops, Irish, and Bar for finishing on that podium. Sadly, Bump and Run wasn't able to get that 4th place, but not much of a difference between 4th and 5th. As we hope to see you again next weekend for the Nordschleifer race. Drama ahead. Just warning there. As we'll see you guys later.